Hi, Mr. Cotter. We met at the staff meeting in September. My name is Mrs. Book. I am the new head of the science department. How do you like teaching the new business courses? I hear enrollment is very high.
Nice to see you, Mrs. Book. Actually, I really miss teaching Latin. But it's been going pretty good, I guess. I'm teaching 6 different business courses, and 2 of them overlap with the computer studies department. So, I am very busy this year. But my students are going to graduate next June with some great skills they can use in the future.
I can relate to that. My department offers at least 8 different science courses that satisfy the grade 12 credit requirement. It's important to be able to include curriculum that responds to your students' interests and abilities.
I'm not sure I understand.
Oh, well, I just mean that we can tweak the curriculum to meet our students' needs in creative ways. Take your business courses, for example. Are you teaching them how to create a viable business plan within a local economy? How to develop capital to maintain and grow a fledgling business? Or is your focus on the global marketplace? Are you covering the importance of human resources functions? We can get very creative with the delivery of our course content. Can't we?
If, by human resources, you are referring to having my students get out of bed and show up for my class on time, then, yes. My courses start at 8:45 on the dot, and it's critical that they are compliant with these rules. After all, when they get out into the workforce, their entire day will revolve around similar chunks of time. Won't it?
Yes, I guess so. But don't you think that by the time they have reached high school they are conditioned for this kind of behavior already? I mean, all through elementary and middle school, their day is structured into stifling curricular blocks.
You say it like that's a bad thing. I think it's much easier to teach them, and do a lot of testing that way. Let me just say this. Like the workplace, in my classroom, I am the boss. And the sooner they get used to that fact, the better. After all, it's been that way for years. Hasn't it? Why would I mess with a good thing?
Wait. What?
So, are you really the new head of the science department? But, you are a woman.
Seriously? You're kidding, right?
Yup. Sure thing. I am just joking with you. Anyway, I think that the business courses offer students a great opportunity to graduate with a credential that will make them all valuable employees, and having corporations generously provide us with materials to use in the classroom has been very helpful.
That sounds more like a public relations ploy to me. But what about the great skills you were talking about earlier? I heard these new courses have really excellent content. What is more important than that?
What can I tell you? Listen, we can offer them all the pimped-out curriculum possible, but it has precious little to do with what's going on out there in the real world. Once these kids get their high school diploma, their credential, their piece of paper, whatever you want to call it, it's really all anyone cares about. Then, they are out of here. No looking back.
Wow. That is a pretty cynical attitude. Why are you still teaching? Anyways, from what I understand, the new business courses are pretty engaging and progressive material. Stuff that could really impact a student's choice for what they feel they could accomplish in their future education and career options.
You really should be more careful about saying that word too loudly around here.
What word?
Progressive.
But why?
We are still catching some flack over the student-to-teacher evaluations that were implemented last year. It got rather ugly. Some feminist, liberal, nincompoop decided that students had rights and should be involved in teacher evaluations. Really. Next they'll be teaching sex education and evolution. Don't even get me started.
I am kind of confused. What the heck are you talking about anyways? You realize I'm a science teacher, right? Are you having a psychotic episode? Maybe I should go get you some medication. I think I am late for a meeting or something. I better go.
No. Wait. I'll be fine in a minute. I am just really stressed out. If my students perform poorly on these darn divisional assessments, I'll have a lot of explaining to do. However, these tests really do help us to weed out the kids who are just not cut out for a challenging career in the business world.
Personally, I prefer to guide my students by using a more formative style of evaluation which is designed to assist and motivate their learning.
I see. I suspect you may be one of those feminist types. But you are definitely not a nincompoop. Well, maybe you were right. If I have to mark another bubble sheet, I may require stronger meds. Or several cocktails. Maybe both.
Mr. Cotter, if I were you, and thankfully, I'm not, I would definitely put a doctor consultation really high on my list of things to do. And really, you might want to rethink the sideburns. Just a thought.